Okay, so we are back. We are back with a game of Majestic13. So this is a standard mission. We are on our 20th game, I believe. Our 20th game. We are team rank 13 now. Snipes is back with us in this game, who will now be equipped with Snipes' psionic abilities. Snipes has a remove or cure blindness, psionic spike, and psionic heal. We also rolled a weapons depot for our new base, the military base, which means that we have our +1 damage back, which means that some of us are doing +2 damage. We also, for the equipment requisition, we rolled 2 suits of power armor, which I'll show you in a minute. One was given to tank and one was given to cap, so instead of having their normal figures, they have a little bit of snazzy power armor figures. Our enemy that we rolled was an Ocular Enigma, which as it blinds people, I didn't do an awesome job on its paint job, I must admit. We rolled a wilderness mission and I've set it up as a desert with a road down the middle, which you'll see in a minute, so it's a bit like there's been a convoy attacked by the Ocular Enigma. I think that's all for the game. Thank you very much for joining me for another game of Majestic13. I very much love Majestic. If you get a chance to go out, grab the book, you can find it on Drive-Thru RPG, where you can get it as a print on demand, and the book comes out looking incredibly attractive and snazzy. Very good internal artwork. So do try the game, try playing if you can get a hold of the game. Thank you for liking if you've liked, thank you for subscribing if you've subscribed, and if you haven't done either, why not? You're watching the video, just click the little buttons down there. And with that, I'll show you the table. So, our table, as you can see, we've set it up as a desert type of thing, a road running through the road through the middle, road ran through it. We have a convoy that's been attacked by the Ocular Enigma. It is looking all enigma-y. It is going to go behind the big truck that's been put down, and we have our team over here. We have this is the power armor, which is from I can't remember off the top of my head now, but I'll put the link in the description for where I got that. So we have tank and we have cap, we have speedy, doc, and snipes over there. Sorry, and that's about it. I'll tell you the initiatives. The Ocular Enigma will go on 38. And then we'll go again on 28. Then we have Cap, who will go on 25, Speedy on 19, Tank on 19, Doc on 17, and Snipes at the tail end on 11. The Ocular Enigma is a stalker, and so anytime the stalker is discovered from hidden, it will go again for a third time. We will start on round 1. So round 1, we have the Ocular Enigma, who is a stalker. It's outside of 1 inch of all enemies, and it is not hidden because it doesn't begin hidden. So it doesn't have a power to become hidden. Its only way that it becomes hidden is by being shot at, and then it makes people blinded, and it's counts as hidden from anybody with the blinded condition. So I guess it is going to outside of 1 inch, and it is hidden. No, outside of 1 inch while it is hidden. No. So as far as I can see, according to the Stalker AI, this thing is just going to run and hide somewhere, which is already hidden. Now it has 2 active actions. Because it is never going to actually be within, that means it's just going to run around. So what I'm going to make it do instead, as it has 2 actions, is I'm going to make it move in and attack people, because that seems to make more sense, because it's got a paralyzing vision. The Ocular Enigma makes 3 attacks with its paralyzing vision. If this attack hits, the target must succeed on a fortitude stat check or be stunned, which seems to make more sense, that it will run in and attempt to attack 3 of them and be stunned, and then it can run away afterwards. It's got 22 movement, which means I'm happy. So it will go 2 up, which means it's then got 20, which will bring it from here. It would jump up, slithery, slimy, alien-y move at great terrific speed to here, where it can easily see 1, 2, and will give him cover against him, 3 of them, and do an attack attempting to paralyze, and as it will then go straight afterwards on 28, it will then run away at that point. That seems to make more sense to me. So it's going to attack against Snipes with its paralyzing vision, which would be, it has combat of 25, so it's trying to hit Snipes. Snipes has a defense of 33. Snipes doesn't have cover, so 25, so it's 35 hitting, doing a d6 plus 2 against Snipes, doing 4 plus 2, doing 6, but the ablative armor absorbs it, and the stun, well, if the attack hits, the target must succeed on a fort check. It doesn't say that it needs to do damage, meaning Snipes then has to do a fort check. Snipes' fort is 10, that's 22, so Snipes is stunned. We will use a yellow for stunned. Then it will attack against Tank. Tank has a defense of 33. Oh, maybe not. Plus 25, that's 34, so that hits. 1d6 plus 2 is absorbed by the armor, the ablative armor. And then Tank has a really low fort at the moment. Tank has a fort of 4, which means he cannot make a 25 stun save, so Tank is stunned. Then we have Doc. Doc is in cover, so we have a 12. That makes 37, which definitely hits Doc. Doc's armor absorbs it, and then Doc makes a fort save. Oh, Doc saves against fort, so Doc isn't stunned. So that is its go on 38. And then on 28, it will probably, let's think, if it runs somewhere to cover, that it can do a 22 move to cover. Maybe it will go as far away as possible over to here and be in cover over there from them. We now have Cap. Cap has a dexterity of 13 in the body armor. Cap is, oh, that wasn't Tank, that's Cap. So I'm actually going to reverse them, because actually what we'll do, so it hit, so let's do the fort save for so Cap has got a 13 fort, which makes a 24, which still fails. So Cap is stunned, so Cap needs to make a fortitude check against 25 to save. Cap has a 13, so Cap needs to roll 12s. 11, Cap fails. So Cap is stunned, which means Cap has half move, half combat score. So Cap has a dex of 13, so we'll call that a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is to there. So Cap will move to here. He's still stunned. Stop knocking trees over, Pete. And then Cap can get a shot on him from there. And Cap will attempt to shoot the Ocular. So Cap has AVS, which is the implant that means that Cap is immune to blindness. So Cap will, this thing will be shocked that Cap can actually target him and attempt to shoot him. Cap has a combat total of 23. pre with his weapon stabilization implant and his targeting sight, which means that he doesn't get the -4 because of using the explosives, and this thing has a defense of, I don't think I wrote it down. Oh, it's got a defense of 24. I didn't write it down. So it's got a defense of 24, so Cap needs to roll anything but a 1. And 11 hits, so Cap does 4d6 plus 2. Doing 12, 14, 19, 21 points against it, leaving it on 119 from Cap. Straight after, so I guess it isn't hidden, is it? Because he didn't become blinded to become hidden to unveil, so it doesn't get another go. So then we have Speedy, who is down here. Speedy has a dexterity of 14. I think that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So Speedy could get to here and then do a shot on it over there with his pistol, or Speedy could attempt to call in the drones, but it is only turn 1, so the probability is like really low. So we'll probably have Speedy just run over to here and attempt to do a shot. Now, as Speedy targets with attempt to do a shot, Speedy has to make a dex check at 23 or Speedy will become blind. And as soon as Speedy becomes blind, Speedy can't see it anymore. So he has a dex of 14. So he needs to roll 9s. 17. So Speedy is not blinded and Speedy can take the shot. 9 plus 15 is, what's that? That's 24. That's 24. That's what he needs. So he hits, doing 2d6 plus 1. 2d6 plus 2 I've got written here. I think it's plus 1. Which is 8 points. Leaving it on 111 points. It will go on the extremis of 45. Now we have Tank. Tank is here. Tank now in his combat armor has a dexterity of 8. Which would put Tank here. Tank has his auto repeater, which means he's a -2 to hit, which means he's 13s, which means he really needs to roll 11s to hit this thing. But he does have the targeting HUD and the targeting assist, so he needs to roll 11s to hit this thing. Natural 20. That is the first critical hit we have had in such a long time. So he critically hits it, which means he does 3d6 plus 2 times 2. This is brilliant. 3d6, 8, 13, 15 times 2 is 30 points. 30 points on it. Well, there we go. You can have a good view of Tank in his majestic beauty whilst I take 30 points off this thing, which knocks it massively down to 81 hit points. That's outstanding. Right, now we have Doc, who really has to prove his worth. So Doc has his high energy rifle. Doc has a dex of 13. We can just, oh, one thing Tank didn't do. Tank didn't make his dex save, did he, beforehand? All right, so oh, let's make sure he makes this. So Tank has a dex of 8. 25. 25. Tank makes it. Thankfully. Okay, so Doc, what did I say Doc had? Doc has a 13, so we've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So Doc will just leg it straight over here out in the open, because they've all got very blasé now. They've had their tank, they've had their base blown up, they've had their team members murdered several times by aliens. They've been cloned so many times they can't even remember how many toes they originally started with. They don't care anymore. So Docky's going to attempt to fire, which means first he needs to make a dex save. 18 plus 13 definitely saves. Now he needs to try and shoot it. He has a 19 to hit. Natural 1, so he fails. Saves on the dex. So we've got a nat 20 and a nat 1 straight afterwards. Well done us. And finally we have Snipes. Snipes is stunned, so Snipes has to try and shift his stun. 16, that's a 26 save, which is saves against the stun. And then Snipes is going to jetpack up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 with the jet boots up to there, and he does have a dex of 8. Now I've got an 8 with a +3 move. Oh, he's got enhanced reflexes. So he's got, that must have been from ages ago. So he will then, from up there, will attempt to do a shot with his grenade launcher across. He has like a massive 27. So he needs to roll just not ones, basically. Don't do a tank, a dock rather. 13, so he hits. And because of his massive statistical advantage, he does 5d6 plus 2. Oops, get rid of the d20. Doing 12, 14, 17, 22, 24 points. 24 points. He will do, as you can see, you can have a look at tank again. 24, we've nearly taken it down. It's on 57, it's down to 57, unless I've done my maths wrong. Nope, it's on 57 hit points. Okay, so it's dropped to 57 hit points at the end of round 1. Okay, let's do my favourite thing of all. 5 plus 1, 6, that technically would be Fubar. Alright, let's see what we roll. 17. 17 gives us an errant drone strike. Randomly determine a bold quadrant. All models within that bold quadrant make a dex check at 25, or failure, that model suffers 3d6 damage. Alright, we'll play along. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll ignore 5 and 6s. We ignore 5s and 6s. 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Nothing happens. Round 2. Okay. It is annoyed because nobody. Oh, did we make the dex check for? We did, didn't we? So nobody is blinded, so it will be annoyed by that. It's almost on Extremis, it's definitely annoyed. So it's going to do first, it's going to have Poisonous Visions. If it did not use Poisonous Visions activation, there are at least 2 enemies within 18 inches. I think there are definitely 2 enemies within 18 inches. There are multiple. Yeah, there are 3 enemies. There are 4 enemies within 18 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not Snipes. So we have the 2 closest enemies within 18 inches must succeed on a full stat check of 26 or suffer 2d6 damage and be poisoned. It's the psionic poisoning. I reckon these 2 are the closest. So we will go, what's that? 6 is tank. So tank, so what we've got full check. Oh gosh, I don't think he can make a full check. Against 26, full check against 26. Tank, it's impossible for tank to make a full check against 26. So tank is poisoned. I can't remember what poisoned is, so after I've done this I'll have to look it up. And then we've got Doc, or cock dice. No, Doc would have failed. So Doc is also poisoned. I'm going to look up poison. Poisoned is they move half distance and they must make a roll twice. Basically they have fort check at disadvantage. Any fortitude checks are at disadvantage. So that was its first go. Then it's got its second go. It's going to attempt to get into cover. I think it's done its first, like it did a first. It did a burst attack, and now it's going to attempt to run away. So it will attempt to get behind cover. So it's just going to go around here and try and get into cover over here and hide from them as much as possible. Then we have Cap. Cap is here. Cap will attempt to shift his stunned. Oh, I don't think that's right with the 5. No, that's only 18. So he's still a half move. He has his jet boots, and he has a dexterity of 13 with the combat armor on. So he's got 1, 2, 3, so 4, 5. That's 5, 6, 7 up here. 7 will put him up on top of this thing here, and that will mean that I would say he has almost has got a shot of his head, or, and that's half move, isn't it? Yeah, so he can go half move up to there. Or can he? Because if he can't sit, then he can't fit. Oh, Tank, oh, Doc, Cap rather, you can't get up there because you keep falling off because your armor's too heavy. All right, maybe around the edge. What about if he goes around there? So 1, 2. So how long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 puts him there. 7 will put him to here, which means you can just about see him, I think. All right, I might actually, even though he's got the stabilizations and everything, I'm going to say that because of where he is, that I'm going to give the Ocular Enigma a bit of an advantage and say that he does have to roll for cover, so a disadvantage to shoot him. But he does have a massive, he's got like 23s, so he needs to not roll 1. Even the 9 hits. Doing 4d6 plus 2. Doing 12, 15, 16, doing 18 points, which puts it on 39 points. It is in extremis. We can probably kill it this round. If we can, this is, I did not think this was going to happen. All right, so next we have Speedy, who's over here. Speedy can no way get to a position to get a shot in, so the only thing Speedy can really usefully do from all the way over here, based on the fact that it's always over there, he can't get the distance in, and there's no way to get the elevation. He might as well attempt to call in the drones. 4 plus 2 is 6, in come the drones. A 25 shot, plus 25, so that's anything but 1s because its defense is 24. 4. Cap didn't need to roll that, did he? Because Cap is immune to blind. So that would be 25, that's 29, so that definitely hits. This is, I can't remember if it's 5d6 plus something, or just, so we'll just call it 5d6. Doing 5, 10, 15 hit points on it. Putting it on 24. Okay, so Speedy does that, it comes in, they're drones, so they don't become blinded by psionics. Then we have Tank, who is here. Tank is poisoned, which is half move, so Tank will attempt to do a fort save. Tank can't save. With a fortitude of 4, Tank can't save against it, so Tank has half move. I don't think Tank can get a shot on it. I don't think from where Tank is, Tank can move 8, so Tank has got a range of 4. Tank cannot get a shot on it. Tank cannot get behind that truck and get a shot on. So Tank is just going to stay where he is and feel stupid. Doc, who's over there, is at half move, so Doc will attempt to shift that poison. So actually he needs to roll disadvantage this, doesn't he? So Doc has a 14, so he needs to roll 9 on his 9 or 10? 10 on his lowest. 10 on the lowest. So Doc shifts poisoned, and Doc will use jet boots because he has the range. Come up to there, attempt to shoot it, which means he needs to make a dex save of 24, which he's going to make that with rolling a 19, and then he gets to shoot him. 11. Oops, sorry. 11 plus 19 is a 30, which hits, doing 2d6 plus 2. Can he kill it? No, he can't. He's got 24 hit points. You can't kill it. 6, doing 8 hit points, putting it on 16 hit points. And finally, we have Snipes, who's right up there. Snipes can see it from over there, and so all right, well, let's make Snipes come over here. So Snipes can definitely see it from up there. And Snipes is going to have to make a Dex check. Dex check at 24. He has a Dex of 8, which means he needs 18. Which means he needs 18s. No, 15, which is 23. I think that fails. No, it says 23. Dexterity stat check at 23 or becomes blinded. So he has an 8 plus 15, 23. All right, so he saves, and then he's going to shoot it with his grenade launcher. Basically, he's got a 27, so he needs to roll anything but a 1. A 2. Okay, he hits it. He does 5d6 plus 2 damage. 5d6 plus 2 damage. So he basically can't not kill it. 12, 14, 16 is dead. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 is dead. So at the end of round 2, exactly at the end of round 2, the Ocular Enigma goes down in a burst of grenade fire. Not bad. Good work, team. No one goes down. Excellent. Well, that went fantastically. That was really good. So it seems that the power armor paid off, and some of those stabilization things and the resisting blindness, though they all rolled quite high. I thought that Ocular Enigma was going to be a lot harder than it was. So perhaps we've hit this tipping point. So we've now hit team rating 14 at the end of this. No one died. I think that's one of the first games we had no one die in ages. I didn't even get to use Sniped Psionics, mainly because I forgot. But no one was blinded, so really I was going to save it and just use it in case someone was blinded. Otherwise Snipes was just going to put damage in. So that's brilliant. So we'll see what our next game is. Hopefully it's another, well, it's going to be another normal mission. Hopefully it's an urban, because I've got more urban terrain than I do wilderness terrain that's interesting. But otherwise I'll try and come up with something that's a bit more interesting to do. Thank you very much for staying this long. If you've enjoyed what I've done, please hit that like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. The numbers are coming up and it's quite exciting. But otherwise, thank you very much, and I will see you next week for another game of Majestic 13. See you then. Goodbye.